Good morning, guys. Welcome back. And today is a Flosstube video. I'm Jen, and we're going to talk about what I've been working on this week, what little I've been working on. And it is Flosstube number 64. Now, I had originally told you guys last week that I was going to show you more of the whips that I have, and I was going to tell you why I chose those. There's a reason why I didn't today. Those of you that know and follow me and watch all my videos, I had new flooring put in my apartment, so I have to go through everything that is kind of piled in different rooms and find my bag that has all my whips in it. But I promise that next week, hopefully next week, once I get everything organized and back the way it is or way it was, that I will I will show you that. But I'm gonna do a life update. Yeah, I'm gonna do a life update first. So as I said, we had new flooring put in here. As you guys can tell, it sounds different. We have no carpet. It is now hardwood floors. And they started that Monday, and they did my apartment in 2 days. And when I originally decided to do part 2 of last week's video, this was before they came to me on Thursday and informed me that they basically were coming in here Monday and going to do the flooring. And it was kind of a last minute thing. It wasn't, it was the owner of our apartment complex. It was his choice. Now, mind you, I'm a hot mess. I apologize. So, we had to just basically move everything around. And, oh my gosh. This weekend was crazy because I had to paint. I painted in here. I painted in the hallway. And no, I have not painted the kitchen yet because I don't think I'm going to have enough paint to do the kitchen and 3 bedrooms. So I only did the living room and the hallway for now. So they did all the flooring. They worked in here till like, Monday till like 12 o'clock. And then Tuesday they were in here most of the day. Now Monday wasn't so bad. It was just Tuesday that was kind of crazy. The only issue I had Monday was they were told not to disconnect the internet. That was not by me. I didn't tell them that. The maintenance people told them, because they knew that I was trying to study for my job that I'm working towards getting my Maryland I can't talk this morning, guys. My insurance license for my life and health insurance license that I need for my job. So anyway, I was in a team meeting that morning and they disconnected the internet, which, okay, the meeting was almost over, but it was just the point. So, yeah. And Tuesday, they rushed, but they didn't. But I'm just glad it's over. I have new flooring. I love it. I just need to buy throw rugs or area rugs because, as you can tell, the acoustics have kind of changed in here. And it's kind of a little louder than it would be if there was carpet. So it's not a big deal. And it makes it so much easier for it to be taken care of. I don't have to vacuum. I can just, get a dry dust mop and dust, go across the floor with it. So anyway, that being said, I will show you what I've worked on. Now, I didn't stitch a whole lot last week because of that, because Thursday all the way up until yesterday, I didn't, or yeah, till yesterday morning, I couldn't get to stitching. My stitching stand ended up in my bedroom closet. So it was kind of like, how am I going to get this out? Because it was stuck in there. Finally, my daughter got it out for me. So, this is where I was stitching on Cascade. I did stitch a couple of days last week, but that was it. I think it was like Monday and Tuesday, but then that was it. And it wasn't because, yeah. So, anyway, this is where I am on Cascade. I did a lot in just the couple of days that I did stitch. I don't remember how many stitches I did, and I'll tell you in a minute before I show you what I did. But um, I did um, I did 594 stitches last week. So that's that. As you can see, this is supposed to be, now I know you're looking at it and I've showed you the picture. This is supposed to be, right here is supposed to be part of the rainbow. Okay. Now, and I don't have my picture. Hold on, and I'll get the picture so you guys can see it. Okay. This is where I'm at. If you guys can see, I'm sorry, the camera's kind of being funny this morning. I'm right here in this part. And of course, my camera is going to be reflected. Okay. But I'm like right in this part. And this, actually, this is where I'm at on this page. But if you guys can see the flower, I don't know why it's not. I'm sorry, I don't know why it's not focusing. Is it supposed to? Maybe I need a new freaking camera. But anyway, this is where I'm at, right in here, and it doesn't look like part of the rainbow. I don't know, if that's, if the way what I'm stitching, if you guys can see, the rainbow comes up here. This is where the rainbow, is kind of, it just goes down, but it's in darker colors up in here. And of course, then you have here. So I'm just assuming, I'm just going with what it tells me to do. And it doesn't look right to me. But again, it might look right after this is all said and done and I go to start the next page. I don't know. I have no clue. It's just the way it looks. So, yeah. But that's all I did. That's all the stitching I've done. Because by the time we were going to stitch, people, let me tell you, it wasn't fun. It wasn't a very, I tried to leave my stitching out so that I could stitch, but I then, when everything kind of got put into where it was going to be put, didn't get very far. Sorry about that. My boys came out here. So that's all the stitching I have. Yeah, because I tried to keep my stitching out, but it didn't work that way. And of course, yeah, so I wasn't trying to focus on stitching after I realized that it wasn't that I wasn't going to be able to. So anyway, so that's all I have to show you. As far as whips are concerned, now I'm going to get into the books I've been reading, listening to, and then we're done. So I finished The First Lady, and that is by James Patterson, and it is a really, really good book. Listen, audiobook, book, whatever. And the summary to that was that Sally Grissom is a top Secret Service agent in charge of the Presidential Protection Team. In other words, she's in charge of, the presidential protection for him, for the president and for, I guess, apparently the first lady. So anyway, she knows that something is amiss when she is summoned to a private meeting with the president and his chief of staff without any witnesses. Now, when I first started listening to this, I was like, okay, it was just kind of one of those things. Because at the beginning of the book, the first lady is not missing. And so when Sally Grissom gets called to the president's office, by this time she's missing, but she's technically not missing yet. That makes any kind of sense. So she was on a horse farm in Virginia. She wasn't really missing, but apparently she does end up missing. Go figure, right? So there's a lot of plots. There's a lot of, different, plots, scenarios, and so many twists and turns in the whole thing. And I have to say, the ending I did not see that coming at all whatsoever. I was totally shocked by the ending. I was just like, okay. I wasn't expecting what the ending was. No, I'm not going to give it away. I'm not going to do a spoiler. But it was really good. At first, like I said, it was kind of slow, but I realize now that it was kind of they do the backstory and the build up and so forth. And there's a lot of books that do that, but I really, really, at first I was just kind of like, the first couple of chapters, I was like, this isn't what I want to watch. This doesn't sound like it's going to be the greatest book in the world. But I was wrong. So if those of you that read, please, I would recommend this book. This is an awesome book. Then now I've started listening to Cruel and Unusual by Patricia Cornwell. And I've read her books. I have the first 3 books of hers for the Dr. K. Scarpetta series. And no, where is it? I would say I'd show it to you back here, but it's not. It's all the way down on the very bottom shelf. So, and in this one, she's an executed murderer's fingerprints turn up at a new crime scene, and she investigates with the detectives to try to figure out how this murderer who's dead, that's been executed, how his fingerprints end up at the crime scene. So it's very, very, it's very good, and it's one of those things like you're trying to figure it out, and I've been trying to figure it out. I've been sitting there listening, and I'm like, okay, how did his fingerprints end up there? What does this woman have? There's a woman that's involved also, and I'm just trying to figure. It's very, very, yeah, it's one of those wonderful, wonderful. I love her books. Now, as you guys know, I like Tom Clancy, and I've started reading Debt of Honor, which is in the Jack Ryan series, and I forget what book that is, and I will tell you in a minute if I still have it. Is that it? Nope. I guess I don't have it anymore. I forget what number it is. Hang on, I'll tell you. I gotta look on my Goodreads. To find that out. Number 7. Now, in this one, he is National Security Advisor to the President. And they are basically going up against Japan in this book. And I've always loved Tom Clancy. I love his, his Jack Ryan novels. I've tried to read the Jack Ryan Jr. ones, but I can't get into those. So those are the two I'm reading right now. I do have a couple more that I need to, start, because I'm trying to get caught up on my Goodreads because I'm so behind. And I'll tell you really, I have my Kindle, so hold on. I'll tell you if I think I started one on Kindle, but I can't remember. It's going to take for a while to wake up. Why are you doing this? Why aren't you waking up? There we go. No. Let's see. Do I have any? No. Oh. Maybe not. I don't know. No. Bear with me, guys. I thought I had a book started on here, and I guess I don't. I can't keep track anymore. It's hard to keep track. So, that's really all I've got this week, guys. I know it wasn't a whole lot. I'm sorry. But, hopefully, next week I'll have more to show you guys in way of whips and stuff. And, thank you for watching. I hope everyone has a great day. And until then, I will see you then. Or see you next time.